Welcome guys. In this tutorial I will start by introducing you to resistor. Then we move forward by drawing a simple circuit to demonstrate how resistor works and some other usefulness of resistor. Then I will explain different types of resistor and their applications. To start with, let's start by defining resistor. Resistor resists the flow of an electrical current. So this first statement is the most meaningful definition that we can give a resistor. To let you understand what this statement means, I will show you a simple connection of resistor, battery, and a switch. You know this is not something strange to all of us. We are very familiar with it right from our childhood. Although then we didn't use resistor, we used to connect it to the bulb like this. So we call this bulb then. Actually, those ones that we used during our childhood is somewhat different from this. So that's the reason why we didn't use resistor for it. But now that we are using LED, this is a LED, light emitting diode. So it requires a resistor most times, but at times you won't need to use any resistor. I will explain all that to you later on. Now this circuit that I draw here, so if you connect it and you switch on this, the LED will come on, it will glow. So that means there is a flow of current within the circuit. That's what makes the LED glow. So let me show you the schematic. Actually, this schematic is wrong. It's wrong. There's only one thing wrong with the circuit. There's only one thing wrong with it. So this will be your first assignment. I would like you to point out the mistake in this circuit. There's something wrong with it. I would like you to point it out and redraw it as it should be, so that it will work. So this is simple circuit. This is a connection in real life, and this is the circuit. Actually, this one is wrong, but I will show you the correct one later. So, and you will later come back to this slide and figure out what is wrong with this very circuit. Okay, let's go back to our simulation and simulate this circuit and simulate it and look and check how it works. So as you can see, we have a battery connected with a switch with an LED and a resistor. So but for now we won't use resistor, so we use it directly. So after that we use resistor to know the meaning of resistor limits the flow of current. So using circuit wizard, you can also use Pro Tools, but for now I'm using circuit wizard. So in circuit wizard, let me choose a resistor. So a resistor. So this is a resistor. So also let me choose let me select an LED. Okay, let me go back. Let me select another type. Okay, let's choose this. This is an LED, right? This is an LED. So a switch. Okay. A switch. Okay, this is a switch. Push to make. So this is switch. So we need the battery, right? We need the battery. Where is the battery? Power supplies. Battery. Let's use this. Okay, this one is common, right? Let's use this. So this one. Okay, we connected the positive terminal of the battery to the switch and to the LED to resistor. Okay, let's connect it in this place also. So we connect this to this, we connect this to this. Sorry, I paused the video to minimize time. Actually, this is the connection. I connected the battery, the resistor, like this. So if I press the push button, it comes up. So as I release it, it stops. So if you want to check the current flow, now that I haven't pressed the push button, there's no current flow, right? So now that I press it, see the current flow. That means current flows from the positive to where? To the negative terminal. So the amount of current that flow in this circuit is a function of this resistor and this battery. For you to understand what I'm trying to say, see the amount, see the thickness of the path of the resistor. So let me change the value of this resistor now. Let's change it to 10 ohm. No, this one is K is 1000, so let's change it to 10 ohm. So okay, yeah, now let's press it. See, it's exploded. So the reason why it's exploded is that the current that flows to the LED is too much. So that means we need to limit the current so that the component won't get spoiled. So actually, let me show you another thing. For simulation, let me cancel explosion. So and let restart. To work now, you see that the current is thicker than how it was when the resistor was 1 kilo ohm. So that's the reason why that's the reason for the definition that that resistor limits the flow of electrical current. I hope that one is clear. So it limits the flow of electrical current. So actually the simulation that I showed you now is not really the correct circuit diagram. Is like a real life component. So if you want to do it in normal circuit diagram, so I will show you that. Let me save this, which is class 1 11.1. So now new project circuits. Okay, let me show you the correct circuit diagram. So normal circuit diagram, we'll be using circuit symbol instead of the real components. So now this is a resistor. We also use the switch. A switch. Where is the switch? This is the switch. So push to make. This is the symbol for push to make. So now we also used a resistor, an LED. So this is an LED. So we also used a power supply. We use DC battery. So let's use 9-volt battery that we used the other time. So you connect it together. Connect this to this. Escape. Connect this. Alright, this to this, and connect this to this. Connect this to this. Now let's play it. So by pressing this, the LED comes up. So for current flow, let's press it. So the current started flowing. So this is the circuit diagram for it. I want you to note something. This is the positive. The currents flow from positive to negative. That means current flows from higher potential to lower potential in the circuit. Current flows from higher potential to lower potential. Okay, now this LED, this anode and this cathode. This anode and this is cathode. So that means anode will be connected to the positive side and anode will be connected to the most positive side and cathode will be connected to the most negative side. So the value of the resistance depends on the amount of current that you want to flow. You want to be flowing in the circuit. So that's all for this first tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be discussing about the connection of resistors and parallel connections and some other things.